Hello, Jaw with me today. Today I'm going to be drawing a character I made in Roblox. And I'm going to talk about my experience with getting free Temu items and the reviews I have on them. The way I got free Temu items is not really standard, so in 2024 I was delirious with COVID, like just straight up coughing in bad style. And of course, me not being in my right state of mind, I thought it'd be absolutely hilarious if I got 15 people to get me free items from Temu. I thought no way in hell this would work, but it actually did. In this dazed state of mind, I seriously managed to get 15 or so people to help me out within 24 hours. Part of why I did this is because I felt bad. I had COVID, felt too sick, don't my family. We weren't really well off at the time and didn't have the time to get better supplies, so I thought, why not get some business supplies for our family business? So yeah, here's a picture of everything I got. The centered part is the business supplies because I'm mysterious and vague and totally not trying to hide what we work for. Respecting my parents' privacy, woo! I will note that they were the more expensive items that I got in the free 6 or 7 items bundle. Look, that's not a funny joke. I genuinely forgot the number of items that you could get for free if you invite 15 people. What I ended up getting for myself was a 24 pack of acrylic markers, these erasable gel pens, and a 60 pack of alcohol markers. I've never really owned any of these before. I was really happy to finally own these at the time. Now, how I got people to click my link, I actually drew for 15 people. Yes, I drew 15 or so different pictures because I offered art if they clicked my link. And I don't recommend it, okay? I do not. But first, before I explain why I don't recommend it, I'm going to actually review the supplies first. For the 24 pack of acrylic paint markers, they're from the brand Guagna? And while I can't do an in-depth review on if they're good for rock painting or whatever, I could say that they're okay. They're pretty good. They're pretty good for my first paint markers, I'll say. The only one that's really dried out is the white marker, and honestly, I did use it quite a lot in the beginning. I did have these markers for 2 years after all. This is a drawing that I did with just the erasable gel pens and the paint markers, and it was pretty good for in general quick fixes and quick coloring. Since I've owned it for 2 years, I can't speak for how strong the opacity is, and I apologize for that. Here is an unfinished drawing though, and you can judge by how much I overused the white here. I'm sure they would be good for laying down color quickly for acrylic paintings on canvases or mixed media artwork. So if acrylic markers are something you'd like, I don't think this is a bad option compared to getting something like Posca. I'm pretty certain that this is an easily available and massively produced marker. Flycy or Guagna is the commonly named brand. Yeah, you could tell by the red and white label and the distinct way they label their markers in general. So whether you buy them from Amazon, Temu, or wherever, hopefully you end up using them and enjoying them if you consider them. Now, these erasable gel pens. I don't really know why they have flowers and these decorative thingies on them, or what brand they were from. But I also got these ones for free, and meh, meh. I mean, they lay down colors really nicely. The black one's pretty smooth, but the erasers that they come with are pretty annoying. You gotta press really hard, and they leave a dent and a mark if the paper's tough or weak. It's just really awkward and a tricky supply to use. I'll continue to use these anyways as like something to doodle with. But no, they're really smooth honestly, and even if I didn't need to erase them, they're solid as regular pens. Now for the alcohol markers, I'm actually going to display myself drawing a different character here because when I was recording the other recording, I truly underestimated the lack of green. I love green, and I overall didn't feel like blending a bunch of colors together and getting way too experimental in the moment that I could have easily messed up the drawing, and the recording would have had a higher chance of just being ruined. I believe the brand is called Touch. You'll find this easily recognizable font and alcohol markers when you search online to buy cheap alcohol markers, and they even show up in stores like Five Below. So you will see the exact format when you start to get familiar in the world of these markers. But honestly, back then, I really wasn't. And I really, like, really wanted alcohol markers because I saw artists were drawing with Copics back then. And these were. I have used them in more serious artworks of mine, but certain ones did dry out a bit. They do blend alright and pair really nicely with colored pencils and pens and whatnot for layering and creating a more cohesive piece. For 60 colors, it's a good range, but honestly, it's like a gateway to me considering buying more colors because I want to work with a wider range. If you spend your money, I think these would be good for a beginner to practice, but I'd say if you do want better than this, you could honestly easily spend a little more to get like, I don't know, secondhand Ohuhu or something, and maybe you'll get a more understandable range of colors, more blendability, just something you're actually investing in. And yeah, I don't know where to end this off other than besides the fact that I'll keep using these supplies. Don't be a Temu warrior. It's for real a pyramid scheme app, and even though nothing tastes better than free and cheap, you deserve to invest in yourself. Draw 15 other artworks related to fan art, or gift art to popular artists, and turn that around and use that attention to get commissions or something. Please don't do this. Save for a rainy day and research what products might tailor to you much more. At least that's what I think these days. I literally, we could have just thugged it out with or without Temu. Anyways, if you've enjoyed this video or want to rub salt in my wounds further, feel free, man. I drew for 15 people, and these are the free items that I got out of it. This is my sad Temu story. This is so sad. Can I get one like?